Okay, just scared the shit out of myself. I think I thought I lost my glass, but I didn't. So that's very nice. It's right here. See? The Open Water Swim Series, Sand Harbor, Alpine Freshwater, Lake Tahoe, and Truckee Swim Classic. So I did 3 of them last year. I got chapstick on my lips. Looks like I got lipstick on. And I'm going to do all 4 this year. I did a 1.2, a 1.2, and a 2.4 last year. I'm going to do 4 2.4s. And that's how it's going to go. Learned a few really interesting things, and I want to share it with anybody who, is actually going to watch this video. I hope you guys will, because I hope that I can share something that's valuable. And I'll tell you what I've learned. Number 1. A person can do, and I'm speaking from experience, and I suppose I think that anybody else could do the same, anything. A person can do anything that they perceive that they have to do. If you have to do it, you're going to do it. I mean, think of all the stories you hear about people that get into, injury situations miles away from base camp or about miles away from town. They get there, Under normal circumstances, when a person doesn't have to, it's easy to succumb to the feeling of powerlessness. But I'll tell you what, when you have to swim 2.4 miles, you just swim 2.4 miles. You don't think about doing it or not doing it. You just do it. And that may seem like an oversimplification, but I can be more nuanced. When I first got into the water, I wear a wetsuit. I have a wetsuit and a cap that I wear, which was a godsend because I know that several people that did the non-wetsuit division for either the 1.2 or the 2.4 mile races pulled out because it was too cold. I can say from my experience, I got in the water, and I am not kidding, my face, I won't say went numb because it didn't go numb right away, but it was as cold as my face has ever been. It was like, how can I explain it? It was like somebody holding ice cubes on your face. I suppose you could imagine that would be pleasant because you're imagining that the rest of your body is warm and they would melt. But imagine you were already cold. Like imagine you were at a ski resort and you didn't have enough layers or something and somebody just held ice cubes to your face. It would be like torture, right? Well, that's how the swim felt. My hands felt the same way. That is to say, within minutes, the face that was exposed to the water, because again I had a cap on, and my hands were going numb. Like my hands, where you want to be able to drive with your hand for a streamline for a swim, were kind of, not able to be very dexterous. So that was interesting. But I just did it. I just got into a mode and I did what I had to do. I gave myself 2 options. And I played around with creating a third while I was swimming. 2 options were finish or die, drown. And that's an obvious choice. In that dichotomy, in that duality, you just swim until you can't fucking swim anymore, right? You just go until you physically can't anymore. And that is an interesting thing because you get to see the depth of the human capacity. And you can do a lot more than you think you can, I suppose. I really believe that. I certainly could have kept swimming. Which is silly to say, because who wants to swim more than that? But the other thing that I found that was really intriguing, let me tell you the third option that I was trying to create in my mind, and that was quitting or pulling out. And I really had a long, detailed inner dialogue with myself, and I realized when I was kind of investigating the option that I could be 999,000 steps towards 1,000,000 and think that I couldn't go any further. So instead of giving way to negativity or doubt, to just keep going, just go. Doesn't matter how slow, just keep moving forward. And I did that, and it got me to the finish line, and I got 3rd in my division. So in the wetsuit class, out of everybody that did the 2.4, got like the most minuscule eyelashes, I got 3rd. So I got a goodie bag with some swag They gave us goggles, which is very cool. So that's nice. I like to have new goggles. And we got hair care products, which is always nice. We got some Paul Mitchell stuff. What was that? Moisture. Awapuhi bar. Awapuhi. I wonder if that's Hawaiian. It's like a moisturizing soap, and then a nice tea tree moisturizer.